What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jobbers and Goons, and today we have a wild video, and it actually kind of turns into an interesting topic. This is, simply put, what would happen if Dragon Ball and God of War collided and battled? Let's say there's this massive tournament of power, and it's hosted by Dr. Goons. That's new channel lore. Every time we start a what if or like a fictional confrontation, Dr. Goons is the one starting the shit. Alright? Smash the like button if you like videos like this. Let's try to get this to 200 likes and I'll do a similar video. As well as subscribe if you haven't already. We've crossed 20k. We're trying to hit 30k. That would be amazing. But anyways, getting back to this, I'm going to kind of loosely talk about the different components to this crossover collision and personally how I see it all panning out. Make sure to let me know in the comment section down below how you see this crossover going down. So, I'm oftentimes portrayed as a Dragon Ball hater. Sometimes I do troll, but I don't hate Dragon Ball, right? And I actually think this crossover is a lot more dangerous for the God of War side than people think. First of all, we have bones and bottom feeders, like Raditz and Kiwi or Kui, whatever you say. That's my boy, by the way, one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters. They did him dirty. But they can casually blow up planets. Like, just fly by and be like, fuck your planet. Bink! Just blow that bitch up, right? This is extremely problematic for a majority of the cast in God of War. Like, they're not really going to have that many answers for just straight up planetary destruction. Like, Frieza, even early Frieza, like OG Frieza, fucking problematic. Bro is going to be riding around blowing planets up. God forbid he gets one of the access points to portals to cross into other dimensions throughout the God of War verse. I mean, he's going to be quite a menace. Now, of course, when he runs into characters like gods, characters like Kratos, characters that scale to those, we have a conversation, right? Like, that's when, you know, obviously early Frieza would get boloed. But then again, it's not like there's a bunch of Kratos tier characters roaming around in the verse. Like, and I don't want to be misconstrued as saying like early Frieza is like current God of War tier or God of War tier in general. Not what I'm saying. I'm saying majority of the verse gets boloed by that Frieza just because he's riding around until he runs into one of the big dogs. Now, these big dogs, obviously, they scale to super. Like, if you ask me Kratos versus Goku, I would probably side with Kratos. However, it gets a lot stickier when, simply put, Dragon Ball has way more characters that scale above Goku who can brawl with Kratos, or just scale relative to him. And that makes this case extremely dangerous, right? Like, the thing with Goku is he would take this serious. Like, this is a tournament in which the stakes are like potentially your whole existence gets wiped away. Not just your universe, but your whole existence. Because this is a whole entire different verse you're running into. Goku and the gang are going to take this a lot more serious. I see all these versions of Dragon Ball characters fighting all the versions of God of War characters. Yes, while the higher-ups can certainly hold their own and even beat strong ass Dragon Ball characters for God of War, I feel like most of the time Dragon Ball characters will have the advantage. Even the lower ones like early Frieza, they're fucking up the battlefield. They're fucking up the numbers for Dragon Ball. Earth is in danger. Like, there's a lot of shit that could go wrong for the God of War verse when Dragon Ball starts whipping out the area effect bullshit. Now, do I think God of War just loses entirely? or do I see them winning in the long run? Probably not. Another big problem for God of War is, now first of all, I do need to acknowledge this. If you are one that believes strictly, yeah, the most consistent scaling for God of War and everything in it, Outerversal. Okay, they beat Dragon Ball. Like, no doubt. I will say that. If you are someone that believes that is the consistent meta in scaling, yes, Dragon Ball gets one shot. I acknowledge that's an argument and people believe that. So, smash the like button if you believe that, by the way. Let me know in the comment section down below. You're welcome here as well. This is a safe space of power scaling. And check out the Discord too. Shameless plug. But anyways, getting back to this. If you think they one shot, cool. But getting back to the main conversation where you don't think they just one shot, it's complicated due to the fact that you just don't know. Simply put, God of War characters aren't going to work as well together. Pantheons aren't going to align as much. Not too many of allies. I mean, shit, Kratos has killed most of them. It would be sticky if they showed up and had to team up. I don't see them really getting along as much as Dragon Ball characters were if they were forced to give a concerted effort to defeat another multiverse in order to preserve their own existence. So even in the long run, like talking about could the heavy hitters carry, I don't think they would align enough, consolidate their power enough to deal with all the heavy hitters of Dragon Ball. I feel like the Dragon Ball characters, especially when you blend in ones that don't really give a fuck as much, like Gods of Destruction and such, and the Angels, it's going to get wild for God of War characters. A lot of them might end up jumped, eventually hunted down. I feel like given the power gaps between the majority of the God of War characters and Dragon Ball characters, most of the verse is in trouble off rip, especially for AoE. I also feel like there's going to be way more team efforts of relative power to the enemy, in which God of War isn't going to meet that energy. Like, they're just not going to consolidate the power as well. I feel like they'll get outnumbered and taken out, picked apart. I feel like eventually, yes, Dragon Ball, especially with Super, obviously, could take it against God of War in a, tournament sort of format where, like, all the notable characters and powerhouses throughout the verse and history from each side kind of collide. It would be high difficulty. If you were to say, yo, I think God of War just clears anyway, I understand. That's fine. But I think it's an interesting conversation to have. Let me know in the comment section down below who your MVPs of this battle would be. Who do you think would win? I'm open to hearing other sides of the opinion. If you believe God of War would win anyway, more power to you. I could understand why. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons. Make sure to check out the Discord, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.